so here's part 2 of getting our sock drawer organized. Let's say you were like me and you had a little book like this for your biology lab and you're done with it. And you can't really sell a workbook back because they're not worth very much, so kind of defeats the purpose. So what you can do instead is take, say, the back cover and then just cut right down here along that so that now you have a nice piece of thick cardstock to work with. And what you do is first you take your handy little measuring tape again and you're going to measure, you measure this way across, and for me that is about 8 inches, and then you want to measure how tall it is, and then this time that's 11 inches. So what you're going to do is you're going to make a box, but since I don't want this one to be like super huge, I'm going to take and I'm going to fold it in half like this, and then open it up and cut where you made the crease so that you have enough to make 2 boxes. Now, your boxes are very easy to make. Now, the first thing you're going to want to do is take your measuring tape again, measure again. This time we have 5.5 inches across, and let's see here, it is 8 inches tall, so about, okay, look at your paper, and about so far in, you want to make a line going tall ways. So right quick, that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to make our line going tall ways so that here's your line, and then over here on this side, about the same end, you're going to make another line going tall ways. Okay, so that now you have these 2 lines that are going tall ways. Now, turn it sideways. And now, about right there, that's where you're going to make your next line. And it's going to be going across the 2 lines that you just made going tall ways. And then go to the bottom and do the same thing, so that when you're finished, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 lines. Now, where your lines make your little L shape, right there, is where you're going to cut. So, we're going to take a handy pair of scissors, and we're going to snip. But here's the trick, don't cut it all the way, just cut it like that so that you've got a little flap. And then cut again, right there, turn it upside down, and then cut the other 2, and then cut your last one so that you have 1, 2, 3, 4 little flaps. Now, take your first flap and just kind of fold it onto itself like that, and then do that to the other 3. Folding your flaps onto themselves. Now, pick them up, and now, where you've got these lines is where you're going to fold. So that on the one side, you have folded inwards, but you still know where your flaps are folded down at because you can see your crease. And then on the side across from it, so this side, take and fold on this line. So that now we're kind of starting to form our box. Now, the last thing you need to do is take and fold on this line. At least the last thing you need to do as far as forming the box goes. We're almost done, promise. Okay, and then of course take and fold on this line too, which is across from this one. So that now it kind of looks like this. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to tuck our little flaps right in front like that. Now, if you have some tape handy, you are going to take your tape and right here put a piece of tape. Now, when you're doing this, the key is that you need to make sure that you are holding your little flap to where that it's down close near the bottom of your box, so that you're making a nice strong little box. And then tape it down, and I kind of messed up my tape a little bit. Hey, it works. Now, push it down towards the bottom, put a piece of tape right there, and then just kind of pinch it in so that you have one side of your box. Now, turn it around, put your flap down, put your other flap down, and so that they're at the bottom. And now, take and tape your other 2 flaps down. Okay, now if you'll notice that right here is where your flap ends and then you still have this hanging over, you can do one of 2 things. You can take and you can fold that down and then tape it over your flaps, which is what I normally do, or you can take a pair of scissors and then just snip it off. Either way works, but I am me and I like to fold mine down and tape, so that's what I'm going to do. Is I fold it down, and then I tape. The reason I do that is because if you just cut it off, then you're leaving a sharp edge, and you could paper cut yourself, and it's really annoying to bleed from a paper cut. So that we're going to tape, or not tape, but fold that other side down, and then take a piece of tape, and then tape it down. And then, look at that, ta-da! You have made a box. Now, if you've got something that's a little bit too big to fit in the little tubes that I showed you how to make last time, say like your bra or something, then you can put that into a box instead of putting it in the tube. And you're still keeping your sock drawer or your lingerie drawer nice and neat and organized without having to sit there all day long and folding all of your stuff. So, I hope this helps, and happy box making.